Muy buenas y bienvenidos una vez más a Newskill. He podido lograr recuperar la partida donde se quedó, ¿vale? Y voy a jugar lo que me dé la gana, así que si el vídeo es largo, ya lo digo desde ya, no voy a editar absolutamente nada. Básicamente porque el juego se me está quedando atrás y estoy dejando muchos juegos a medias, que también tengo que jugar el Vampire y demás. Entonces, vamos a ver lo que nos espera, ¿vale?
What on earth is... You... Mother?
It's Mama.
How dare you do this to me? You can talk after everything I've done for you.
Joder.
You are joking, I hope, right? I gave you my life. That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you?
Pelandusca.
Now that I've told you everything,
Pelandrusca.
you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this.
¿En serio empuñando el arma?
Shoot. Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way. I am not Emma. Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
O sea,
Wait,
nuestra
That's
profecía de que le pegó un tiro
Louis.
no es
I'm
real.
fed up with this little game.
Vale.
Tell him who
Pero
the
nuestra
real
mamá está
Emily
muerta.
is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Vale, tenemos que saber quién es Emily.
Louis,
Emily es
come
con la
on,
que
you know how
nosotros
to
nos
tell
hemos
us
estado
apart, right?
acostando, ¿no?
Yes, but... I'd like to ask you a few questions to make
Y
sure
Emma es
there's
la
no
que estaba
doubt.
con nuestra madre.
Rational and openly. Let's see. How can I tell them apart?
Me gusta
I've got
esto.
an idea.
On the night of our arrival...
Vale. A ver, nuestra madre estaba ahí. Es que sigue apuntando. Es que es muy ridículo en parte. A ver. Nosotros hemos entrado por la parte de atrás. Que sí, que sí. La noche que llegamos.
On the wharf, something happened to me. What happened exactly?
You felt unwell. You had a nosebleed, and I offered you my handkerchief. I
Pero ¿por
told
qué
her
responde
all
la de
that
delante?
already. It was me who told you.
Right. Let's find something else. Ah, yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire. Mortimer welcomed us in a certain way. What happened exactly?
Well played, Louis. Unfortunately, I'm not the one you should have asked that question.
Lady Hillsborough y nos sale lógica, psicología. ¡Ja! Vale, la de detrás es Emma. Con esto ya se sabe. O sea, es inmune a la manipulación y en esta no. Así que la de detrás es Emma, vale, ya sabemos que la de delante
Mortimer did not welcome us.
Emily.
It was Sir Gregory who welcomed us
Ya
that
está.
night. Mortimer didn't show
Perfecto,
up until
mira,
2
aunque
days
me cueste un
later.
punto.
I know that as well.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
Vale,
On the
pero ya
first
sabemos que
night,
la de delante
we went up
es-
to bed, but I wasn't
es
tired.
Emily.
I went for a little stroll.
Se ha muerto. El muñón de nuestra mamá se mueve. Se mueve en la parte de abajo. Se mueve. Mira, mira, mira. Esto es genial. Mira, Nuestra madre sigue convulsionando después de muerta.
Before going to bed, I went for a stroll. Did we speak to each other during that stroll?
A stroll? Through my room in the middle of the night? You call that a stroll, Louis?
No, I grant you that. I just wanted to make sure. What did we say to each other at that precise moment in time?
I asked you what you were doing there, what you were playing at on the balcony, and if it was anything to do with the Golden Order.
And then?
Then I suggested you first ask permission the next time you wanted to go through my room. But she knows all that, Louis. I already told her. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
Este 3 puntos.
We found ourselves in Mortimer's secret gallery. What did we find in that room?
A load of old junk that Mortimer had collected. A so-called Pandora's box in the form of an urn. An old sheepskin that he must take for the Golden Fleece. The Bible of Judas. Property deeds as old as the hills. And a broken old sword. You are wasting your time, Louis. She already knows all that. Of course I do. I was there. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well, let's talk about us.
A ver, es que ya sabemos que la de atrás es Emma. Inquisición nada y manipulación tampoco. Esto es manipulación, así que nada. ¿De qué hablamos anoche o qué hizo anoche?
Describe last night, please.
Louis, it's embarrassing. You know full well what I did last night.
I want to hear you say it.
We spent it together, of course. What? I came to your room after the conference, and excuse me if I don't go into the details, but I was mightily impressed. What did you do? Look how you are reacting, Emma. It's not surprising I didn't tell you about my night with Louis. You slut!
That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
Esta es Emily, porque nos ha salido lo de la manipulación cuando le hemos preguntado a la parte de atrás, así que...
It's you, Emily.
No, Louis! She is manipulating...
Criminólogo. ¿Crees haber identificado a la verdadera Emily Hillsborough?
No, Emma. It's her.
¿Cómo?
I know it.
Inquisición te costará un punto de esfuerzo menos, así que hemos acertado.
Despite all the trouble you've gone to put one over on me, I know it is her.
That's enough now, Emma. You little slut! Don't think you are going to get away with this so easily. You are going to stop your little game right now. Never! I am Duchess Hills... No!
Emily?
I am the Duchess.
But...
You don't! Dear God, what have I done? See what you've done. See?
Que las convulsiones de la madre eran reales.
Mother!
What on earth is...
Go away.
¡Qué
You
mierda!
must go. Everyone is going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess?
¡Pero qué mierda!
Come on, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I am coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her. Please. Go. I'll cover you.
¿Cuántos más van a morir aquí, loco? El Perú. 2 sirvientes. La chica. Ahora, ¡madre mía! ¡Hola, hola, 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 hola! ¿Esto qué es, loco? A ver, hay que ir a la cripta. Joder, ¿cómo voy a la cripta? Ah, por aquí. Ah, por aquí no me deja. Tiene que ser por aquí. Solo una. Vale. Tenemos... yo creo que esa era Emily, o sea, si me equivoco, pues... esto es lo de la habitación de Napoleón. Claro, claro. Joder, no hemos podido salvar... Me hubiera gustado hacerlo perfecto con Jack Sparrow.
Good God! They're all here.
Venido
They
todos.
must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer? Can anyone hear anything through the door?
¿Y si voy por el otro lado y me salto esto? No me ven. No me ven, no me pueden disparar. Piu, piu. ¡Ah! A ver. Vámonos por aquí. Vale, estamos abajo. La cueva esa... Reúnete con tu madre en la cripta. Galería de retratos, biblioteca, comedor, entrar. Cámara del Gran Cónclave, escaleras del servicio. La cripta es fuera. O sea... Aquí, a escaleras del servicio. No. ¿O sí? No me acuerdo. Creo que es por aquí. Y seguido a la derecha. Por aquí no hay nadie. La cripta es donde estaba la madre. ¿O no? Ahí es verdad. Esta zona sí, la revisamos entera, creo yo. Me parece a mí. Joder, hay muchas llaves y muchas cajas y mucha leche que me he dejado por ahí por medio. ¡Uy! ¿Cómo he cambiado lo de piso? ¿A los números? Anda. Sí, bueno, lo de las escaleras. Y aquí tiene así una doble, la mía doble, la de Godoy, esta extraña. Washington. Habitación de Adams, que es la más pequeñita. Von Bollner. En esta entramos, no me acuerdo. Habitación de la torre, una habitación vacía, puntos suspensivos. En esa no hemos entrado, que yo sepa. Ah, bueno, claro, ahora estamos... Sí, nada, no. Por aquí también se puede. A ver, creo que estoy yendo en buen camino. No me acuerdo exactamente de cómo se iba. Había que ir al centro. Creo que sí. La cripta era esta, ¿no? Creo que sí. Aquí había muerto. Esta iluminación me da un mal rollo, loco.
Louis!
¡Coño!
At
¡Hostia
last,
puta!
there you are.
Joder.
Mother, wait,
Cago en la leche, no me lo esperaba.
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should
Tú has
trust
perdido un brazo.
me. Tell me what's
mano.
happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you.
La mujer de
Now I
Cervantes.
found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational. I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us,
I beg your pardon?
and that they can influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Right. So let me guess.
El hombre del saco y Papá Noel. Ay, Dios mío, qué bueno. El hombre del saco y Papá Noel. Bravo, bravo por los creadores del juego. Bravo. Me ha encantado.
Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No, even if Home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Home had sent Volner to get it for him.
Home and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those 2.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
¿El qué? ¿Los cuadros? A ver, yo lo de los demonios no tengo ni puñetera idea. La verdad. Sí, la verdad. O sea, aquí no tenemos una respuesta verdadera. No sé qué elegir. A ver, yo creo que no son demonios, simplemente son unos manipuladores brutalísimos. O sea, son muy buenos manipulando a la gente. Pero aparte de eso, es que... Es que Von Volner manipulado... Él no cree en el... Se supone que no cree en las cosas religiosas, pero sin embargo sí cree en el ocultismo. Que me parece estar a la par, pero sin un dios. No sé, porque también hablan de cosas cristianas y todo el rollo. ¿No? No. Sí, sí, había cosas cristianas y también está Giuseppe Piaggi, o sea... No sé, yo creo que esto es más como una logia o una cosa por el estilo. Voy a darle así, la verdad. Porque sí. ¡Hostia! La conferencia. Su estudio secreto. A ver, el estudio secreto no tiene nada que ver. Las escrituras de propiedad. Su árbol genealógico. El hecho de que nadie lo conoce. El hecho de que nadie lo conoce es... Eso es todo, creo.
Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? No, I didn't. Why?
Good. We'll deal with it later.
¿Cómo? La urna que tenía al lado que dije de no tocar. ¡Ay! ¡Ay! ¡Ay, ay, 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 ay! O sea, la urna tiene algún un rollo chungo. ¡Ay!
I came across his family tree in his study
An only son.
since the Third Crusade.
The fall of St. John of Acre, Louis.
Fresquito.
The fall of St. John of Acre.
El estudio secreto me
I
parece
went
un poco
beyond the
chorra,
Nightmare Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
Inhuman, o sea, es inhumano y lo han traducido como antinatural.
I must admit,
Bueno.
I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Home are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
And without any security or personnel.
Pero bueno, eso es como lo de los millonetis estos que se reúnen en Europa y todo ese tipo de
Louis,
historias.
I am proud of you.
No sé,
You
no
came
sé.
all this way. You found me. You have surpassed me.
Y decía que no estaba preparado.
You taught
¿Y
me
qué
everything
queda?
I know.
¿Y qué
Right.
queda?
How did it all begin?
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in
Sí, sí,
search of
busca de
adventure.
aventuras y...
In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire
Uy,
that
tengo un agujero.
became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him, or rather he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
Del ocultismo. Von Borchet era el que luego vino a pillar el libro.
You mean Mortimer?
He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
Dejar que continúe.
He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
Mierda, aceptó. No se negó.
And you refused, of course.
Why, naturally, Louis. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later, in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
A nuestra mamá. A nuestra mamá, ¿eh? ¿Dónde está mamá? Mamá, ¿dónde estás? Ah, no está. Ah, sí está. Por descubrir. Alright.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute, one last thing.
Me va a reventar la cabeza, loco. A ver. Lo de los cañones es cierto, estos temas, pero aparte se me ocurre el tema de... Se supone que esta ya era una invitada en otra ocasión. Es que eso es lo que no entiendo. Si ha sido invitada y la ha estado persiguiendo, es que no me cuadra. O sea, no me cuadra. O he seguido la historia esta de los demonios a lo loco. Es que no me cuadra.
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
Me cuesta -1, pero... Oh. Joder, ¿dónde está? Ya es... Ah, sí, aquí. Por descubrir.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Do you know who killed her?
Absolutely not.
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
It's Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing. And then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
No tiene sentido.
What did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen, once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Samuel Ritter du Choix. You wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel. But frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
You know, I found your package under a wharf plank.
Thanks for not touching it.
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
No.
Good. I think that's about right.
Cuadran, eh?
We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He wants the United States to occupy all the North American territory. France should recover Louisiana and give it to the United States. In that case, the Americans would just have to push west to chase the Spanish from the continent once and for all.
And as Mortimer controls Washington, you may just as well say that it will put him at the head of a world superpower. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
Uy, esta sala yo no la he visto. Esta sala antes no estaba,
There. That's why we are here.
creo. Nazaret, Bethesda, Bethlehem, Jerusalén, Jordania. Qué movida. Podría haber obtenido información. Podría haber sido testigo de la determinación de Napoleón Bonaparte. Podría haber obtenido información acerca de Al-Azif. No hemos fallado nada, pero caminos alternativos. Bueno. Me deja un par de cosillas que son en las que yo me he movido más en vez de haber ido a preguntar. Pero creo que está bastante bien. Creo que está muy nice. Lo lógico sería aquí hacer un parón. Pero voy a jugar la siguiente. Voy a por el episodio 10. Pero de cara, o sea, del tirón. No voy a hacer corte. A ver, no consigo todos los objetivos. ¿Qué dices? Venga, Teo. Logro desbloqueado, doble juego. A ver, ¿qué es esto del doble juego? Quiero verlo. Logros. Supera la 9ª misión. Ah, vale, sin más. Vale.
We're not going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So, how does it open?
We'll need several keys. I found a note from the architect who conceived the mechanism in Mortimer's secret study. We have to first gather 5 objects before we try anything.
Are the 5 objects the keys?
Exactly. We have the Clement III cross, the nails, the Gutenberg Bible, the exegesis of Judas, an armillary sphere, and all we need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
Hostia. Hostia. Notas del arquitecto con información referente a la puerta de la cripta.
Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism. I found the one Mortimer kept. It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it. When I lost my hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
Claro.
Remember, Mother. I'm certain you can remember.
Let me think.
You were running.
I was bleeding to death.
You remember the pain.
I thought I was going to faint. Yes, I remember. I don't think it can be far, can it?
Would you have lost it outside?
No, I don't think so. It must be in the area. I don't remember going up with it.
Perfect. I'll search the crypt before leaving.
Vale. Ay, Dios mío. Que puedo silenciar el micro y así no tenéis que aguantar mis... como me suenan los mocos. Vamos a apuntar por aquí. Aquí mismo. Cruz bueno, sí, encripta. Vale. Los clavos.
Some nails?
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study, behind his nightmare.
Joder.
In a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course.
Vale. La otra vez los puse bien, 6466. La madre que lo parió. Vale, los tornillos son 3 y está donde hay cámara secreta. La cámara de los secretos. A ver.
Exegesis. Anything else?
Did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
To open the chimney? Yes, absolutely.
So you've already come across it. It's the Bible of Judas that is exposed in the secret room behind the chimney.
Why do they call it an exegesis?
Because that's what it is, and not an apocryphal Bible, strictly speaking. It's the study of a text with a summary, not an actual Bible. Anyway, well done for the Gorgon. You did well. You didn't get tricked by the light bouncing back.
Thanks.
Hombre,
Do you think I can take it safely?
We haven't got a choice, Louis. Without it, we won't be able to work out this cursed mechanism.
Me gusta estos puzzles, o sea, está guay porque así recordamos un poquito y tal, ¿no? A ver.
This is the book in which you left your correspondence with Duchess Hillsborough,
¿Qué ha pasado?
isn't it?
That's right.
You still believe it's in the tower room, don't you?
I don't know. There is only one way to find out, though.
Right. I shall go and see.
A ver, buah, Biblia Torre. En la torre esta hemos estado... Esfera...
There's one in the portrait gallery.
Yes, but it's enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result.
Sí, pero la esfera esta, ¿dónde la consigo?
What do you mean by the concordance of dates exactly?
Don't worry about that. We already have them. They are written on the back of the message I just gave you.
Ah. Sí, pero la esfera...
One last thing before you go. Be very careful. If you come across anyone, they can all potentially be spies of Mortimer or Holm. Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Wait, not all of them, though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them, for crying out loud. How do you explain their behavior otherwise? The most influential politicians in the Western world gather together without the least protection, without a single aid to assist them, to participate in a conference during which the guests start dropping like flies. Me, Adams, Peru, Hillsborough. Look at the number of calamities that have happened over the past few days. And not one of them has asked to leave the island? Do you find that normal? You'll see. Go up to the manor to look for the keys, and I wager not one of them will speak to you about my being in Emily's room.
Do you think so?
Go on, you'll see. And come back with all the objects in one go. Time is against us. And remember, the code to get out of the secret office is 6466.
La información es que es brutal. O sea, es brutal, es una auténtica pasada. Tenemos 4 libros, así que... Tenemos 4 libros que nos va a dar un poco igual, la verdad. 1, 2 y 3. Y ya está. Vale. Ah, pulsar para las notas. Vale, preguntar a mi madre sobre...
You ought to go, Louis. If someone finds us here, the situation might well become seriously complicated.
Nuestra mamá está... Vale, nada, esto es para la... Vamos a tomar una de jalea real, vamos a coger esta. Hay sangre, ¿eh? Ahí es verdad que ahora el correr se vuelve con el shift. Nada, de aquí nada. Vale, la primera llave que debe estar...
Pound.
Una libra.
Famous cross of...
Vale, tenemos la cruz.
Perfect. One key found.
¿Esto qué es? Abrojo. Vale, nada. Venga. Más moneditas.
Cash.
Cash. Voy. Monedas de colección. Vale. Ah, claro, la que estaba cerrada. Obviamente. Aquí no hay nada más. Voy a intentar ir primero a... No sé a dónde voy a ir, la verdad. Primero. Este puto jardín que me da más mal rollo. Vale, a ver. Hay que subir... Sí, la de la torre, la biblioteca. Bueno, ya que estamos aquí, vamos a...
Right. It's definitely an armillary sphere, but I have to find one that I can take with me. Otherwise, I risk drawing too much attention to my comings and goings. Now, where can I find a smaller one?
Una más pequeña, ¿eh? Tengo que encontrar una de estas, pero más pequeñita. Claro, eso no voy a poder llevar. Una más pequeña que esas.
Right. Let's see if the statues are in place yet.
Dios.
That statue is not positioned correctly.
Girar estatua. Han cambiado, obviamente.
Open sesame.
¡Ábrete! Sésamo. Esta es la urna. Este es el anillo. No, el anillo no era lo que nos hacía falta.
Given all the relics preserved here, it wouldn't surprise me if Mortimer claimed it was Excalibur.
¿Aquí no tenía que haber algo? tengo yo esa sensación, Ay, Dios mío. El control se vuelve un poquito tarumba. Vale, este es el exégesis. Exégesis. Mola, me mola el nombre.
So that's the exegesis of Judas. I hope Mortimer doesn't read it very often. Otherwise, he's going to notice that someone's stolen it. But that's just too bad. I need it.
Vale.
So that's Pandora's box? An urn? Mother seemed worried that I was able to open it. I wonder why. So, I did well not to touch it.
Parece que dice bien en no tocarla.
Right. I've got what I need. Now let's not waste any more time.
Vale. Nos falta la esfera. La esfera armiliar. Que creo que va a estar en el mismo sitio que los clavos. Es que básicamente aunque me siente va a dar lo mismo, creo yo. Vale, la Biblia está en la... Está en la torre. ¿La Biblia esa estará por aquí?
Atrus,
No.
the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
No parece que esté aquí, Esto es el comedor, biblioteca. Vale. Yo flipo con lo de las mariposas, Están ahí revoloteando y demás. Alucino mucho con eso. Vale, aquí nada. Ahí no hay nadie. Es que no sé si investigar alguna habitación aparte. Pero igual primero conseguir todo y luego... Estoy pensando también dónde conseguir la cosa esa, la esfera armilar. Imagino que el orden de conseguir las cosas no altera el producto. Espero.
This time, it'll be a lot quicker. If I remember rightly, the code was
Sí,
1191.
1191. Ya. Venga, leña al mono. ¿Toca hacerlo yo? ¿Lo vas a hacer tú? No, lo hace él. 1. Los números para que luego una vez entres, pues eso. Esos zapatos de tachuela es que... Habría que eliminarlos para ir con deportivas o algo. Aquí la otra vez la cagué. Ah, mira, ahí están las fechas. A ver, las fechas. Una esfera almilar. Nota de Sara ni papa. En el reverso del mensaje hay escritos correspondencia a las fechas. 17 de octubre del 84 igual a 30 del Ramadán menos 55 igual a 30 de Chirei. De Shaban Nisan. Rayab Nisan. Shabab Liar. No tengo ni idea de lo que hablan. Bueno, vamos a investigar.
Weaknesses of the Human Psyche by Gilhelm Trimore.
Analyse de Liber. Eso está mal, ¿eh?
Gilhelm Trimore. Trimore. An anagram of Mortimer. Wow. Arrogant enough to publish writings on mental control. Full view of everyone. I wonder who he's writing for.
Pues eso era interesante, joder. Si esta es la bola. La puerta que aquí nada. Un perro ladrando.
The map of Europe. Someone's written 26 million in France.
26 millones en Francia.
It's the estimated population of France.
Población estimada.
Mortimer knows very well that France has a higher population than its neighbors. He's preparing for it to go to war and knows he can make it happen by stirring up
Se
people.
supone que luego Francia,
I'm
pues,
standing in
conquista
front of a lesson of absolute mastery in military strategy,
casi toda
which is
Europa.
absolutely spine-chilling if it turns out that Mortimer is a demon. Troops are directed towards Italy. I get the feeling that Piaggi's going to be in for a hard time.
¿De subtítulo? Ahí se han comido el subtítulo, ¿eh? Vuelve a fallar otra vez el subtítulo. O sea, vuelve a fallar otra vez el subtítulo. Ah, mira, los
There.
clavos.
Those are the nails I was looking for.
Vale. Analizar los clavos.
I noticed they were old and rusty, but I hadn't noticed these traces of...
¿Sangre?
Could that be blood? Is it really the relic of the Holy Cross? I can hardly believe it.
Cogemos los clavos, tenemos los clavos.
A hand of tarot
Ah,
cards.
es la baraja de tarot.
I should have learned my lessons in card reading a little better.
La pluma.
Mortimer's interested in black magic.
Aquí tenemos a nuestro compañero. Es que esta caja es...
Looks like obsidian or onyx. Must
Pesa
weigh a
un
ton.
quintal.
What on earth could that be? How could Mortimer have locked in there?
A ver, pero es que... Añadir inventario, notas escritas a mano por Lord Mortimer. ¡Oh, la tenemos ya! La tenemos ya al completo. Jo, pues la otra vez se me debió de pasar algo por el estilo.
A Van Leeuwenhoek microscope? The most sophisticated microscope there is. When I think of the difficulty the Order had in getting hold of one of these...
Thomas Jefferson, secretario del Estado. Una esfera. La esfera... ¿Dónde la podremos conseguir? Si eso es... No, el otro era de Europa y esto es Asia, ¿no? Sí. Vale.
All right,
¿no?
come on, let's get out of here.
Sí, bueno, lo tengo
6466, if I
apuntado,
remember
así que-
correctly.
Vale, salimos. Yo creo que nos tendremos que encontrar con alguien más. Yo creo que sí. Ay. Vale. Aquí se puede entrar, pero... A ver, nosotros estamos aquí y esta es habitación de la torre. Espera. Habitación de la torre.
Ah, Louis.
¡Coño,
Glad
me
you're
cago
here.
en...
Blasted.
¡Hostia!
He's gonna
puta!
talk about my mother.
Come and see what I've found. There are pieces of paper in the ashes of the chimney. Someone's been burning something
¿Por qué se
here.
ve tan oscuro?
Incredible. He doesn't seem to want to speak to me about what happened between my mother and the Hillsborough sisters.
Show me a little.
Look, it's possible to distinguish two
Dios, qué
different
susto me ha
writing
dado, me cago en
styles.
la puta.
The rest of the correspondence between my mother and Emma.
Someone tried to burn an exchange of messages. I'm certain.
Sí,
There
eso,
must be
eso ya lo
more.
sabemos.
Shit. What on earth is he doing?
Distraer o manipular. Coste de puntos por esfuerzo. Claro. Claro, es que... Joder, qué susto me ha dado el cabrón. Inmunidad a la política. Vale. ¿Manipulamos o distraemos?
Ah, I see. I know what it's about.
Se ve súper
Do
oscuro
you
porque
know
es así, o
who's
sea, es
doing their
bañado.
communicating in this room?
Yes, but of course we must keep it to ourselves because it is still a sensitive matter. Volner and Elizabeth had an affair. Volner hinted that he found a way to remain discreet about it. I admit it is ingenious.
Well, I would never have guessed.
Delighted to have helped, but I still have to find my mother.
Of course. We shall see each other later in that case.
Wasted enough time. The Bible.
Joder. Qué puto susto me ha dado. Me cago en la leche. La madre que lo trajo, te lo juro. Estoy con el corazón en un puño. Vamos a ver si hablando con él... Ahora
Hey,
se ve un
look,
pelín más claro.
there.
No, I don't see anything.
Come, Louis, look. Someone's clearly drawn a 4 in the dust. I have a clue.
I better take the Bible before he works his way back
Vale,
to
vale,
it.
vale, 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 vale. Vale, la Biblia.
The Bible's still there.
Ah, esa es la que nos ayudó la otra vez. La Biblia de Gutenberg. Vale, nos falta la esfera almilar. Vámonos. Corre por tu vida, perdigón. La esfera armiliar. Yo creo que Von Bonner o Jax Perú tendrá igual alguna. No lo sé.
An armillary sphere. Perfect.
Un Von
That
Bonner.
will save me some time. I only hope that he isn't going to realize it right away.
No voy a salir por la puerta. No. Por aquí sí.
My dear George, I'd like to...
O sea, estamos en la habitación de George Washington, imagino. Yo creo que va a haber algún encontronazo guapo, ¿eh? Sí, de la de George Washington. O sea, hemos pasado de Von Bollner, habitación de la torre, a Von Bollner. Y hemos ido a la habitación de George Washington. Pero tenemos que salir. Yo creo que va a haber algún encontronazo más, ¿eh? Me da a mí. Y si no, me voy a dejar algo, únicamente por los jodidos nervios. En vez de explorarlo todo como estuve haciendo al principio. Me va a dar un ataque a la patata. Y me vuelve a salir otro susto de esos. Es que se puede entrar en las habitaciones. Ah, Luis de Richet. Vale, sí, en la de Richet sí puedo entrar y aquí. Sí, en la de Piaggi también. Por curiosidad. Más que nada. Sí,
I had no time to lose, so I might as well not bother him.
vale. No, no me deja, no me deja. No me deja. Vale, o sea, no podemos molestar a Piaggi. Directamente te dice, ¡hala, venga, fuerita de acá! Manuel Godoy. Hola. Ah, agua del Carmen. Por ahí también podemos salir. Creo que...
Don Quixote.
Al Quijote.
Talking without thinking is like shooting without taking aim. I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Charles IV of Spain. Now there's no chance of Godoy forgetting who he owes everything to.
No, eso es abrojo.
A pound.
Otra libra. Sí, sí. Hay cositas que... O son cosas que me he ido dejando o... Elixir dorado. Esto era... Sí, cura alteraciones negativas. Vale, si salimos por aquí fuera... Nada, acabaríamos donde Piaggi o la mía. Vale, vale. Nada, entonces eso no... Nos da igual. Bueno. No hay nadie donde Emily. O sea, es harto curioso, ¿eh? Que no haya nadie ahí. Hola, chato. No sé, pero el juego, para mí, se ha vuelto más oscuro. No sé si es que son las escenas o así. No, porque aquí está bastante... Coño, me cago en la leche, otro. Joder.
Not too shocked.
I beg your pardon?
About Peru this morning. I asked you if you weren't too shocked by it all.
¿Y usted?
And yourself? Not too shook up?
The only thing that matters to me about that stupid man Peru is the disastrous situation in which it put us for the conference vote. I wonder why Mortimer even allowed him to roam around the manor armed. He was a veritable public danger.
Era.
Indeed. You don't seem to be too affected. Tell me. I was wondering.
¿Y eso del suelo? Preguntar por la cruz. Preguntar acerca de la esfera.
I won't keep you any longer. See you later, monsieur.
Solo le ha preocupado Perú. O sea, solo le ha preocupado la votación. Y estaba tocando a la puerta de Emily, O sea... Que no haya nadie por aquí, por favor. No quiero un infarto. Uy, aquí hay... Ah, nada, elixir. Qué mal rollo me ha dado el otro allí. La estatua esta... Hay que ir al centro. Por aquí no era. Vale, vale. Joder, vaya sustos me he dado. Es que... Es como si esto fuera un juego de asesino. O sea, o sea, hay muerte y tal, ¿no? Pero... Y barriles, ¿sabes? O sea, barriles en una cripta. Como si fuera un almacén cualquiera. Hola, mamá. ¡Hala! Así de golpe.
Good. You've managed to gather all the keys.
Sí.
Yes, that's right. I have everything. What should I
Se
start
le
with?
cortó la mano con
Place
esto.
the Clement III cross on the console. Then you have to put the nails on the disc of the door.
What hole should I put the nails in?
Well, I can't really advise you there, because I haven't exactly made the best choices myself.
Se ha perdido la...
All I can say is that you have to insert 1 to choose a town, 1 to choose a chapter, and 1 to choose a verse. Those are Roman numerals on the disc.
What theme did you start with?
As the fresco shows the birth of Christ, I placed one nail in Bethlehem, one in chapter 2, and one in verse 6. The iris opened a little. I thought it was normal. Behind the aperture of the iris, there is a duct in which I put my hand. I felt something like a valve at the bottom. I thought by turning it the door would open, or the iris would open completely, or something else would happen. Instead, I felt something like an axe cut off my hand. I really thought it was the end of me.
What did you do then?
Well, although I had made some unfortunate choices, I was lucky in that Mortimer was well stocked with drugs. I raided his supplies of medicine.
All right, my turn now.
Go ahead, impress me. I'll shut up and let you concentrate.
Ok. Colocamos la cruz. ¿Y esto para qué sirve?
The cycle of the moons has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now.
Vale. Los clavos. Verás tú la que vamos a liar. Verás tú que acabo yo sin mano. Vale, analizar el
Fresco
fresco.
clearly shows the birth of Christ.
Louis, I can assure you that that is not the solution to this enigma. This fresco's only purpose is to mislead. I know that now. Please, focus on another theme about Christ.
We'll have to trust her.
Deducir una temática así porque sí. Vamos a fijarnos
You could
en
see
la
that the paint has come off in parts. Difficult to see what was there, but I can distinguish the letters N, R, I. Nothing more.
NRI. Puedo utilizar cualquiera de las dos, ocultismo o lingüística.
Why, of course. They're part of the initials INRI that you can find on the cross of Jesus at his crucifixion.
Eso, la muerte de Jesús. Vale, hablamos de la muerte de Jesús. ¿No? Vale, INRI. Muerte de Jesús, que sería el 33.
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions.
Averiguar cómo funciona, claro. Reconocer las ubicaciones.
These
Venga, va.
towns have one thing in common. They're all related to the life and death of
La vida y la
Jesus.
muerte de Jesús.
For example, Jordan is the place of the
Golgota,
baptism of
Apogodos.
Christ.
Pues las únicas que no me suenan son la de Bethesda y Bethlehem. Nazaret sí, Jordán sí, Jerusalén sí, Golgoza lo he leído alguna vez, pero... Vale, vamos a ver la descripción.
We have names of towns, Arabian numerals and Roman numerals.
Árabes y romanos. Es que son 2 puntos.
There are 3 styles of writing, and I've got 3 nails. There must be a link. I must surely put in 1 nail per category.
Vale. Entonces tendríamos que colocar un clavo en romano, un clavo en árabe y otro clavo en lo otro que no me acuerdo. A ver, esto es siglo XIX. A ver, Jerusalén, Nazaret. Así sin más. Sí, un clavo en cada categoría ya sé, pero... Vale, hablaríamos de la muerte de Jesús. Vale, hablaríamos de la muerte de Jesús.
This exegesis contains comments from Judas on the different Gospels. It only contains certain chapters and verses, and the chapters are indicated by Roman numerals. The lexicon refers to different chapters and verses from the exegesis of Judas.
Vale, temáticas. Hostias, aquí...
Chapter 1, verse 9. Jesus was baptized by John in Jordan on the 9th of Hesvan, 3852.
De Jesús.
Chapter 1, verse 9. And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee, and was baptized by John in Jordan. And coming up out of the water, he saw the heavens opened, and the Spirit like a dove descending upon him.
Aquí habla de Nazaret. Nazaret y el Jordán. Nazaret, Jordán. Vale.
Chapter 19, verse 17.
Vale. Tenemos.
Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head.
8 de Nisan.
Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a
En hebreo,
skull,
Gólgota.
which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst.
Sí, esto sí lo sé. Vale. Vale. Abogos. A ver qué es
Chapter
esto.
5, verse 2. Jesus cures the sick and lame on the 8th of Adar, 3791, in Jerusalem, at the pool of Bethesda. All stand and fling away their canes. Chapter 5, verse 2. Now, there is at Jerusalem, by the sheep market, a pool, which is called, in the Hebrew tongue, Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of the blind, halting, and withered, waiting for the moving of the water. Jesus saith unto him, Rise, take up thy bed, and walk. And immediately the man was made whole, and took up his bed, and walked. And on the same day was the Sabbath. Chapter 5, verse 2.
No.
Now,
No puedo
there is at
pasarlo.
Jerusalem, the sheep market, a pool, which is called, in the Hebrew
Epa.
tongue, Bethesda,
Quiero pasarlo.
having 5 porches. In these
Ay,
lay a great
Dios mío.
multitude of impotent folk, of the blind, halting, and withered, waiting for the moving of the water. Jesus saith unto him, Rise, take up thy bed, and walk.
Hay 6 de 6 clavos, pero...
And immediately the man was made whole, and took up his bed, and walked. And on the same day was the Sabbath.
Es que se habla de este. Se habla del 17. El 8 ha salido varias veces, pero yo aquí no veo el 8. Lo que no entiendo es por qué aquí hay un palo. Es que no entiendo nada. No entiendo una mierda. ¿Pero qué hay que poner? ¿3 clavos o 6 clavos? Es que sale este. Sí, son 6. No, son 3 clavos solo. Por ahora es que Jordán, Nazaret. Nazaret sale el 1-9. Podríamos hablar de 1-9 en Nazaret. O sea, el 1-9 en Nazaret.
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions.
Averiguar cómo funciona. Opción ya elegida.
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions.
Sí, el 8 sale, pero el 8 no sale en el libro. O sea, no sale en en esto. Y aquí se repite en 2 ocasiones. ¿Qué es lo que no entiendo? Y esto de aquí no sirve para nada.
The cycle of the moons has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now.
Vale, lo vuelvo a poner aquí. Esto va a ser jodido, Ubicaciones. A ver, hemos leído no, hemos leído Bethesda, creo.
Chapter 3, verse 18. Words truly pronounced in Abagash. Chapter 3, verse 18. He that believeth in him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God.
En el unigénito. Es que se supone que... Ah, mira, aquí está el NRI. INRI, que es la muerte de Jesús.
Chapter 3,
¡Ay, no, porras!
verse 18.
Cada vez que leo volver...
He that believeth in
Joder,
him
pienso que
is
es
not
volver.
condemned, but he that believeth
Vale,
not
tenemos INRI.
is condemned already, because he hath not believed in
Murió
the
en
name
Jerusalén.
of the only begotten
Entonces
Son
vamos a
of
leer
God.
Jerusalén a ver qué es lo que dice. Volver al glosario. Ubicaciones. Naín. Pero Naín aquí no sale. Oh, aquí hay dos. El versículo San Marcos o San Juan.
Chapter 14, verse 22.
A ver.
On the 7th of Nisan, 3793, Jesus shared his Last Supper in the Cenacle in Jerusalem.
El 7
Chapter
Nisan.
14, verse 22.
No sé.
And as they did eat, Jesus took bread and blessed and broke it, and gave to them and said, Take, eat. This is my body. And he took the cup, and when he'd given thanks, he gave it to them, and they all drank of it. Chapter 5, verse 2.
El 5-2.
Jesus
Ahí
cures the
tenemos un
sick
2
and
en
lame on
Gólgota.
the 8th of Adar, 3791,
Ocho
in
Adar.
Jerusalem, at the pool of Bethesda. All stand and fling away their canes. Chapter 5, verse 2. Now, there is at Jerusalem, by the sheep market, a pool, which is called, in the Hebrew tongue, Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of the blind, halting, and withered, waiting for the moving of the water. Jesus saith unto him, Rise,
Sí, pero esto lo ha
take
dicho
up thy
antes,
bed,
¿no?
and walk. And immediately the man was made whole, and took up his bed, and walked. And on the same day was the Sabbath.
A ver. Esto va a ser complicado, me parece a mí. Es que hablan mucho del Bethesda y no sé qué. Ah, los tengo aquí.
Cross is stuck in the mechanism. I can't do anything.
Vale, pues esa no es. Imagino. A ver, se supone que hay que poner una en cada. O sea, es una ciudad, un número de estos y un siglo. Esto es siglo XIX y esto es siglo XXIV. What? Esto es siglo XIV. No, esto sería... Estos serían los versículos.
cross is stuck in the mechanism. I can't do anything.
Pues va a ser que no.
What theme did you start with?
As the fresco shows the birth of Christ, I placed one nail in Bethlehem, one in chapter 2, and one in verse 6. The iris opened a little. I thought it was normal. Behind the aperture of the iris, there is a duct in which I put my hand.
Sí, esto ya...
I felt something like a valve at the bottom.
No se puede pasar esto, señora
I
madre.
thought by turning it the door would open, or the iris would open
Madre.
completely, or something else would happen. Instead,
Madre, cállese.
I felt something
Madre.
like an axe cut off my hand.
Por favor, madre.
I really thought it was the end of me.
What did you do then?
Well, although I had made some unfortunate choices, I was lucky in that Mortimer was well stocked with drugs. I raided his supplies of medicine.
Vale. Yo estoy casi seguro que hablamos de Jerusalén, ¿vale? ¿Para qué? Las fechas correspondientes, ya, pero es que a mí las fechas correspondientes, ¿qué quieres que te diga? O sea... Ha salido el Nissan 8 varias veces, un par de ellas. ...26 de marzo del 33... igual a 7 de Saban... menos 607... igual a 8 del Nissan. Es que no entiendo por qué no te dicen...
Cross is stuck in the mechanism. I can't do anything.
Temáticas. Cena, juicio, crucifixión hemos leído antes, ¿no?
Chapter 10, verse 30.
Eso no hay.
I and the Father are one.
Entonces,
Chapter 10, verse 30. I and my Father are one.
o sea, es lo mismo. Vale, muy bien. Cena.
Chapter 14, verse 22. On the 7th of Nisan, 3793, Jesus shared his last supper in the synagogue in Jerusalem.
El 7 de Nisan. ¿Tenemos ahí el 7 de Nisan? No, es el 8. Nada. Temáticas. Milagro.
Chapter 5, verse 2. Jesus cures the sick and lame on the 8th of Adar,
Sí, claro,
3791,
Jerusalén y
in
Bethesda,
Jerusalem,
o sea,
at the
es
pool
lo
of
mismo.
Bethesda. All stand
Bethesda
and
está
fling away
en
their
Jerusalén.
clothes.
Bethesda está en Jerusalén. 8 Adar. No, ahí el 8 Adar no pinta nada. ¿Verdad? No. No pinta nada. Nacimiento.
Chapter 2, verse 6. Jesus was born of Mary and Joseph on the 22nd of Taveth at midnight, 3762, in the village of Bethlehem.
Voy a mirar por las fechas, porque parece ser que es lo único que concuerda.
Chapter 3, verse 18.
3:18.
Words truly pronounced in Abagash. Chapter 3, verse 18. He that believeth in him is not condemned, but he that believeth not
Esto ya lo han dicho
is
antes,
condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God.
O sea, sería el 3:8. 1, ¿qué ponemos? Abugos, y si encontramos 3 palitos y el 8. A ver,
Chapter
resurrección.
24, verse 3.
24, capítulo
Jesus
5.
rose from the dead on the 14th of Nisan, 3793, in Nazareth. He appeared with a halo above his head.
Pero el 14 Nisan aquí no sale.
Chapter 24, verse 3. But when they entered, they did not find the body of the Lord Jesus. While they were wondering about this, suddenly, 2 men in clothes that gleamed like lightning stood beside them. In their fright, the women bowed down with their faces to the ground. But the men said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here, he has risen. Remember how he told you while he was still with you in Galilee."
¿Qué tiene que ver Galilea ahora, loco?
Chapter 3, verse
Sí,
18.
pero es que Trinidad...
Words truly pronounced in Abagash.
Ubicaciones...
Chapter 7, verse 11. Jesus went to Nain. Chapter 7, verse 11. And it came to pass the day after that he went into a city called Nain, and many of his disciples went with him, and many people.
Por ahora este no...
Chapter 1, verse 9. Jesus was baptized by John in Jordan on the 9th of Hesvan, 3852.
El 9 de Hesvan. ¿Tenemos nosotros el Hesvan ese? No, debe dar Nisan, 14 Nisan. ¿14 Nisan no ha salido antes?
Chapter 1, verse 9. And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee, and was baptized by John in Jordan. And coming up out of the water, he saw the heavens opened, and the Spirit like a dove descending upon him.
Está poniendo muy tenso esto, pero muy tenso. No, voy a ver temáticas.
Chapter 24, verse 3. Jesus rose from the dead on the 14th of Nisan, 3793 in Nazareth. He appeared with a halo above his head.
1793. 14 Nisan.
Chapter 24, verse 3. But when they entered, they did not find the body of the Lord Jesus. While they were wondering about this, suddenly, 2 men in clothes
Es el Inri, es que es la
gleamed like
muerte, tiene que ser la
lightning
muerte.
stood
Yo
beside
creo que va a ser esta.
them. In their fright, the women bowed down with their faces to the ground. But the men said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here, he
Gracias, señor,
has
que tira
risen.
botellas a estas horas.
Remember how he told you while he was still with you in Galilee."
Galilee, ¿no? Vale. Yo creo que es la muerte de Jesús. Yo creo. Introducir clavos. Sería el 3. Versículo... Capítulo 24, versículo 3. En Nazaret. Vale, según de la cruz. Salen 3 palancas.
Works.
I hadn't seen those other wheels. But I don't know, I find this theme too close to the one that I used.
No, chata, tú te fijaste en la vida de... O sea, en el nacimiento de Jesús. Meter la mano, analizar la puerta completa.
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions.
3 tipos de inscripciones. Ya, pero...
These towns have one thing in common. They're all related to the life and death of
Sí,
Jesus.
sobre todo la
For
muerte.
example,
Vale, ahora tenemos las
Jordan
lunas.
is the place of the baptism of Christ.
Un pájaro, un no hay qué y un no hay cuá. No voy a meter la mano ahora. O sea... Ves tú que te flipas. Igual hay que meter esto. Es verdad, esto sirve para estudiar las lunas. A ver.
During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow.
Vale, luna nueva.
Then, the
Sumida en la
shadow moves
sombra.
from west to east, meaning left to right,
Vale,
and goes
izquierda,
through the
derecha.
following states: waxing crescents, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent, and the cycle starts over
izquierda, derecha.
with the full shadowed new moon.
Fijarse en la
The
luna.
moon shadow moves from west to east.
Vale, 7 Saban. 7 Saban lo tenemos, 26 de marzo.
7th of Shaban, 607, first quarter.
Cuarto creciente, 7 Saban. Vale, cuarto creciente, 7 Saban.
There must surely be a connection between the wheels.
Vale.
Look at this. There are notches between each of the wheels. So, I have to link the name of the town from the theme I've chosen to an icon, then to a date, and finally, the date to the moon.
Exactamente. Vale. Analizar la rueda de las lunas.
This wheel represents the different moons. In the occult sciences, we represent the full moon by an X. As for the dark moon, called the new moon, in cults, it's often associated with something harmful. There are different icons on this wheel, but it looks like some of them can't be connected to the other wheel.
Mother, what do you think?
As I told you, I didn't get that far. Nevertheless, these icons do represent moments in the life of Christ.
This wheel contains several symbols made up of 1 or 2 figures and 1 letter. The highest figure does not exceed 31, and each letter corresponds to a month of the year. A for April, and M for March. I think these symbols must represent a specific date.
17F. No sería el 17 de febrero, que no está. Consultar las notas, consultar la interfaz. Que no voy a meter la mano. Analizar el número de iconos, reconocer los iconos.
Now, given the difference between the number of icons and the number of towns, I think that only one path connects
No
all the
fastidies.
wheels with one another. Let's try to connect the theme I've chosen with the rest.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
No. A ver. Hemos introducido los clavos.
It looks like there are 3 types of
Vale, esto es lo
inscriptions.
mismo que ha dicho antes. Volver al menú principal. Ah, vale, ya sé. Joder, qué zopenco soy. Las palanquitas, joder, las palanquitas. A ver, hemos elegido la muerte de Jesús. A ver, 3 de junio. ¿Existe algún 3 de junio? No. 26 de septiembre. Tampoco. 26 de mayo. No, hay por ahí un 6. Ah, sí, no, 26 de marzo. Vale, entonces tenemos aquí 26 de marzo. Las fechas. Vale. los iconos. Vale, tenemos la corona. La corona... la paloma de la paz, esa... Esa es la Trinidad, que ni siquiera se coloca. Ese icono no sé ni lo que es. Creo que este es el de la resurrección. Vale, y ahora me falta saber si tenemos el 26 de marzo, que es el 7 de Saban. Vale. Temáticas... No. Aquí. Esto es lo que yo quiero. Vale, entonces ya tenemos eso. Nos falta de saber la luna. El día 26, obviamente. Que 26 de marzo es el 7 de Saban, que es
7th of Shaban, 607.
Cuarto
First
creciente.
quarter.
Vale, cuarto creciente.
The moon shadow moves from west to east.
De izquierda a derecha. Cuarto creciente. Que significa... Estoy por buscar el cuarto creciente en Google porque... no. Desde aquí no. Cuarto creciente. Que no, hombre. Vale, lunas. Cuarto creciente va de izquierda a derecha. O sea, no, hace así, al revés. Vale. Cuarto creciente. Es que no me la quiero jugar. Vale, cuarto creciente. Lo voy a buscar en Google. Y no me fío ni media, loco. A ver, un momento, Harry Potter. Espérate, Hogwarts Mystery. Cuarto creciente. A ver, aquí en la época sería volver a leerlo una y otra vez. No voy a estar leyéndolo una y otra vez cuando ya está perdiendo tiempo. Y esto se está desmadrando ya. Cuarto creciente. Cuarto creciente. Uy, aquí hay un mapa de las fases lunares. Ah, muy bien. Me lo pones en inglés. Cojonudo. Nueva. No tiene sentido. Fase lunar. Fases de la luna, me da igual. No, calendario no. Cuarto creciente, imágenes. Cuarto creciente es... Definición de cuarto creciente. Pero... ¡Ay, Dios mío! Es un cuarto que está creciendo, ¿no? Yo creo que sería esa. Creo que es esta. Porque ha dicho que va de oeste a este. O sea, sale por la izquierda y por la derecha, ¿no? Y luego vuelve otra vez a... Eso es, porque... Aquí está... Eso es... Yo creo que es esta. Veremos si pierdo la mano o no pierdo la mano. Ay, Dios mío.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
¡Me cago en la puta! La mano de Tyr. LOL. He perdido el brazo a causa del mecanismo de la gente. ¡Pero si era esa! ¡Hijo de puta! Estoy flipando, tío. Estoy flipando. 4 puntos. Mis cojones, 4 puntos. Solo tengo 2. Vaya puta mierda de partida, loco. una puta mierda. Es que, en fin. Erudición, que está, lo tengo aquí. Erudición me suda el nabo. Manipulación, psicología y política. Manipulación, psicología. Manipulación. ¿Qué es esta? Psicología. ¿Qué es esta? Y política lo tengo para allá. Pues no me sirve de nada lo que me va a subir, o sea... Por subir algo, ¿sabes? Me parece que está mal hecho lo del juego, Pero bueno. Y tenemos ya aquí punta de lanza. Que el de prueba es que no, o sea... Vamos a ver, es que es la imagen que he metido yo aquí. Cuarto creciente. Joder. Ya, otra vez igual, como lo del Jax Perú. Otra vez igual. En fin. Nos vemos más próximamente, que esto ya es molar. Igual lo sigo jugando, pero la verdad es que se me han quitado las ganas totalmente, porque era eso, o sea, es que era esa fecha, que es la de la muerte de Jesús con Nazaret, 26 de marzo, y era el cuarto creciente, o sea, no sé. No sé, me parece fatal, pero bueno, estoy por jugarla otra vez. O sea, te lo juro, estoy por jugar el de prueba de fe. El de prueba de fe estoy por jugarla otra vez. Es que me da puta rabia, me da muchísima rabia. No sé, ya veré lo que hago. Igual, si lo juego otra vez, pues, oye, lo juego otra vez y ya está. Y vemos un punto de vista distinto y seguimos adelante. Porque es que me da coraje, me da auténtico coraje, me da muchísima rabia. Que no me parece ni medio normal. Yo creo que lo he puesto perfectamente. ¿Qué es lo que me fastidia? Si hubiera un punto de guardado ahí, pues no pasaba nada. No sé, ya veré lo que hago. Ya veré lo que hago. No voy a jugar, no voy a jugar. No voy a jugar. Me niego, maniga. Ya jugaré otro día. Hoy suficiente, me he saturado ya demasiado. Espero que os haya gustado. Ha sido un gameplay bastante larguito, pero bueno. Aprovechando la tarde de un sábado, sí. No, hoy es viernes, es verdad. Así que nos vemos más próximamente. Ya, dadle a like si os ha gustado, suscribiros si no estáis suscritos si queréis. Nada de lo que digo es obligatorio. Y nos vemos más próximamente.